The flow of time. So this is going to explain how time is going to flow in the Unreal Engine update. And this is a very long post, so I'm not going to read all of this information. I'm just going to read like some of the important parts, and we'll look at the pictures in the videos. If you think about the flow of time changes during the day, morning sunlight, noon, sunset, and moonlight in the night sky. The movement of light and the changing shadows are probably the first things that come to mind. As time passes, the position of light moves and the shape of shadows changes. So you can see that in this moving picture here, but for some reason the page is kind of loading this image slow. So I just opened it in a new tab, and you can see it right here. So like as time passes, the shadows are like moving and changing. So light movement and shadow movement changes. And here on the left we have the Turconale Bank in Pleon Engine, and on the right we have it in Unreal. So you can see how like the shadows are moving and changing shape, and how like the lighting is changing, and you can see like the clouds moving in the sky there. Yeah, these videos don't want to load on this page for some reason. Hopefully anyone else that looks at this will have better luck than I'm having. But it seems to be working better if I just open these videos in a new tab. And here we can see like the shadows of like the lights and the windmill and the building like moving as time passes. And here you can see how like the sky is changing over the windmill. So this is like the day going by. And this art looks really good. And again, this isn't final. It says not final right here and right here. So this is really cool. You can see like you can see time passing in the game. You can see the clouds moving. So this is what it's gonna look like in Turconale when the Unreal update comes out. And that looks really amazing. And here we can see like the shadows move, like the shadows of the fence here. So we can see that the shadows are starting to become more visible and show. And then they're slowly moving. As time passes, like the sun is moving, the shadows are moving the opposite direction. And then this will show us rain. So they also showed this during the fantasy party in Korea. So you can see the rain, and you can see how the wood is darker because it's wet. And you can see the raindrops like soaking into the wood. That looks really good. And you can see like how the roof looks a little bit darker like here, because it's like wet, and so is the stone to the building. So the rain effect looks really cool too. So yeah, this is going to be how like time will pass differently. This is all about like how time will pass differently in Unreal 5, and how like weather effects like rain will look. So this is a pretty long post, and maybe that's why some of these things are having some trouble loading. But I would recommend taking a look at it. When you think of Mabinogi, isn't it about dying? So this is all about the new dying system that they're working on. So let's start right down here. We'll watch this video real quick. And you can see like all the outfits and the, you know, like the wig, the boots. And you can like see their colors. And so far I like this new dyeing window. I think this looks really good. This is a screen in development. The UI configuration, operation, design, and details may change when Eternity is updated. The basic menu UI is a temporary version at the time of dying system development. Please look forward to the UI section in the next season's post. So I'm assuming the next season's post will probably be in December, because that's when they posted information last December too. But yeah, I am looking forward to reading their UI changes. So enter dyeing mode. When you dye your hair and don't get the color you want, using the dye ample, select the target from the list and dye it to the desired color. I'm sure you've had the experience of repeating the same process multiple times. At this time, you have to look at the same window several times and repeat the same actions over and over again. I was thinking, wouldn't it be convenient if I could just go straight to the dyeing process? Since we're already at it, we're improving it so that we can go straight into the unique mode where we can dye our hair. Wouldn't it be even better if, while dyeing one item, you could select another item and start dyeing it right away? Yeah, that would be pretty convenient. The list of dyeable items on the left includes not only equipment you are wearing, but also you can select all the dyeable items you have in your inventory. For example, you can sort by selecting only wig items or only shoe items. We are working on further improvements to provide a variety of filtering features. Everyone thought hard about the new clothes and dyed them with care in each dyeing pot. There must have been a moment where you felt something was a little lacking. Once you enter dyeing mode, you don't have to close and reopen the dyeing screen multiple times. Yeah, that would be really nice to not have to do that all the time. Divided the desired color into parts and pour the color in advance. We took great care to ensure that you could see what color combinations would look like. However, just like before, with one dyeing operation, I'm thinking of a direction where one item can only be dyed in one part. It's not that I haven't considered dyeing multiple items or multiple parts at once, but in that case, what is the item consumed and what is the color before and after dyeing? because it was anticipated that the guidance on how it had changed would become too complicated. So, dyeing result information window. While we're on the subject, I also tried to make the results of the dyeing window look better. So you can see like the old dyeing window that we have right here after dyeing something on the left, and on the right you can see the new one. So yeah, that looks a lot better. I believe I'm not the only one who has always been bothered by the global line breaks in the results window. This is an issue with the results window that is used not only for dyeing but also many other systems. Improvements to this part will be detailed in the next post. First, I thought about how to improve readability in the dyeing results window. Which item part changed from its original color to what color before and after dyeing. I've improved it to show it more clearly with the color code value. At first, of course, only RGB code was shown. Some newcomers to the Eternity project have expressed the opinion that hex code is easier to understand. When I compared it to my previous experience with Mabinogi, I thought that RGB alone would be sufficient. For new militians who are new to Mabinogi after the Eternity update, I thought that the hex code would be easier to recognize and memorize. So, dye color palette. So here's what that looks like right here. First of all, the colors that were unique to Mabinogi that I originally used were distorted. There was some concern about whether the messy, tangled appearance of the palette should be maintained. Like other games, you could have just chosen to present all colors in the form of a smooth, natural color wheel. Our color palette did not include all colors. Some were hesitant to take that path for various reasons, as it was only available in limited quantities in the area. So, by utilizing the 40,000 colors provided in the existing palette, I just wanted a version where those colors were arranged a little better and more naturally. And you can see like some pictures of that right here. There is a huge difference between the way humans perceive color to be natural and the way computers understand color ordering. There was a gap between the Torii Canyon and the Sanctuary of Avalon that was so difficult to bridge. No matter what method I used, I couldn't automatically list a pretty color spectrum. Eventually, at some point, someone had to manually tweak the results. I considered splitting the palette into two parts, but I wanted to avoid adding extra depth when dyeing. Looking at the dye palette, I kept wondering throughout the development period, where on earth did the satisfaction I felt when dyeing my hair come from? A. Select one or more colors from the color palette. This is the so-called physical area. B. Repeat until the desired color is dyed by breaking the 1 out of 5 probability, realm of fighting the odds. Here's the area of A. It was very difficult to choose the desired color from the confusing color palette. In the area of B, there is still means to successfully dye directly through dyeing, but requires a separate cost. So yeah, this is the first post on the Korean Eternity site about the new dyeing system that they are working on. And there's also a part 2, so we'll go over that as well. So when you think about Mabinogi, isn't it about dyeing part 2? In the second installment of Dye, new additions are made in Eternity. I would like to introduce in more detail the parts that have been improved and supplemented from the existing ones. So, material palette. Oh, that's really cool. So you can see like how the palette is changing, like with each tab that they click on. Mabinogi had a variety of color palettes, including cloth, metal, leather, and silk. Depending on the item, there is a setting that says this part of the costume uses a metal palette. There were often situations where we had no choice but to dye some items with limited colors. In Mabinogi, the charm of dyeing your hair with a variety of colors is revealed. We judged that there would be little need to maintain restrictions in this area. We improved the dyeability of all dyeable items so that you can now choose one palette among the cloth, metal, leather, and silk palettes to dye. There are cases where multiple color tables are matched to the same palette. For example, even if it is the same metal palette, there are several types. Click on the desired material palette to see the materials that belong to that palette. I've included one of every existing palette to alternate between. So palette enlargement, this is pretty cool. So you can see how this is the palette zoomed out, like right here. Right here the palette zoomed out, and then like it zooms in. So it's easier to select the colors that you want when you're like zoomed into it. And here's another improvement to the dye palette. In the past, there were many times when it was difficult and uncomfortable to select colors at pixel by pixel levels. Hold down the control key while hovering over the palette with your cursor, and it enlarges so you can see it better. Yeah, that's really cool. Let's go and watch this real quick. Okay, so they're showing off like all the different dye tabs and the colors. Yeah, nice. Added various conveniences. Every Militian has his or her own color preference. Since the color of choice, once decided, does not change easily, the colors that are frequently used when dyeing are decided upon. To reduce the hassle of having to choose these frequently used colors from the palette every time you dye a new piece of clothing, we've added a new feature to make it easier to automatically select a color by registering it as a favorite once you've chosen it. That's nice. Additionally, dyeing is sometimes used to apply special colors that do not exist in the color palette. When you enter dyeing mode, you can check the dyes you currently have in your inventory and apply them right away. Additionally, when listing the stains, the colors are arranged in order from dark to light. For those who are new to dyeing in Mabinogi, the two most confusing points are, first, you have to choose the color yourself from a somewhat confusing looking dye palette. Second, there is a process in which 5 candidate colors are selected, one of which is randomly selected and dyed. Choosing a color is not easy, and I was very concerned about the current situation where the color I chose with great effort was not confirmed to be dyed. Like other games, it has a natural color wheel. We also considered providing all colors and a process for easily picking and dyeing the colors. However, when reflecting on it, many people said that it was not a dye that was truly Mabinogi-like. As difficult as it is to dye an item, I decided that there is definitely joy in developing my own individuality with more affection. Instead, you can use a regular dye and choose one color of your choice. We decided to provide an additional method to ensure definitive dyeing. Select a color other than the desired color among the 5 colors selected. I tried adding the ability to exclude from the result color and set this process to require a different resource. We are considering the optimal solution to prevent items with the same function, such as existing direct dyeing amples, from losing their jobs. Other things to consider. In addition to the general functions I have mentioned so far, we are developing to reflect the following additional elements. Dyeing zone. Setting the light source, such as natural light outside and inside at different times of day. A dedicated dyeing space where you can preset environmental elements such as black, all white backgrounds, chroma key backgrounds, etc. Mannequins of different genders and races. Ability to dye items of different races and genders while freely checking the results using preset mannequin elements. I want to gift an item to a friend in a color that matches their preference, but it was so hard because I couldn't try it on every time I dyed it. Now I'm in the process of setting up an environment where I can dye it by putting it on a mannequin instead. Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea if you could like use a mannequin item to put clothing items on and like try dyeing it using that method instead. Like if you're trying to dye something for a friend but you're not the right gender or the right race to wear the outfit, that'd be a good way to preview it. Eternity offers the experience of playing Mabinogi today. Numerous convenience improvements are being made while maintaining the best possible experience. For Militians who will one day take their first steps into Eternity, this is an environment where they may experience too many changes at once, no matter how good the change in direction may be. There will be a fair amount of confusion for a while, which may not necessarily be a good thing for the gameplay experience. Yeah, that is true. There is a huge problem with Mabinogi is there's so much content in the game already that, like, if everything changes, it's gonna take a while for new players to adjust. So to help those of you who will reach the destination called Eternity adapt quickly, as an example, the improvements related to the dyeing system above were reflected first. We plan to present similar attempts in more fields in the future. Of course, in the process, it may work differently from the original intention. You may notice some shortcomings that we haven't noticed yet. We will even take that part into consideration and try to fully reflect the opinions for improvement. We may show you a more improved version in the finished version of Eternity, or if possible, on the official servers. So yeah, overall this post is really good, and it looks like they are still looking to the players for feedback, which is good. I think they're making the right call being really open with the player base. Like, they're paying attention to like what we're saying, which is definitely a good thing. And I do get it, like, this is going to be a drastic change, right? Mabinogi has so many systems that when we change to Eternity, it's going to feel like a completely different game. Like, that's just how it's going to be. So it is going to be a big adjustment for everyone, but overall I think it's going to be for the best. Like, if we want this game to live another 20 years, like, this update needs to happen, and it's not going to be perfect. There are going to be some people that are angry about it, of course. There are going to be a few long-term Mabinogi players that have probably been around for, you know, 15, 20 years. Some of them are probably going to be pissed off. But this still needs to happen. And that's just the reality. Like, with an update on this scale, it's impossible to do everything perfectly. There's always going to be something. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to their next post, which will probably be in December, I'm assuming. But that's it for the changes that they're making to the dying system. Alright, let's play Mabinogi today, and we are actually using the in-game music for once, because the devs recommended entering this event area with like the game music turned on. So we'll check that out. Wow, there's a lot of players here. So we need to talk to GMH. Nice soundtrack. So where's GMH at? Developer C, B. Oh, right in the very front here. Yeah, Xanafiedlion will be the main character. Get rid of all that. Okay, so what do we have here? Campfire for all. Complete week 1 activities, week 2 activities, week 3 and 4. Complete dailies 15 times, talk to him again, so that gives us like 300 coins. Today's campfire. Rest of the campfire for 5 minutes. So we have to do that 5 times, like every day? Okay. Does this campfire over here count, or? Well, we can create one. Talk to developer A, and then do something 100 times. Can I talk to GMH and see like the event shop or something? Yeah, let's see what we have here. So the Star Wizard, Cat Sid Whistle, and Pets for All. So we can get pets, homestead props, or outfits. And there's also training seals here. Wait, I think that cat helmet is in the outfits for all, isn't it? The gold shop have? Okay. Unless it's like a quest reward from oh wait, here it is, so we get it for doing the week 1 camping activities. Alright, let's talk to developer A and work on the event stuff first. So he's the one playing the drums. $100 pieces of firewood. Fun. And by fun I mean kind of boring, but okay. I thought I had a fully upgraded lumber axe for this character prepped. No, maybe not. Actually, maybe it's still on Xanafiedlion. Let's go ahead and switch characters real fast. That one's a Xanafiedlion only. But didn't I have like a second one? I thought I did. What do I do with that? Oh, right down here. That one has good reforges. Gathering speed 15 increase. This one gives 25 gathering speed. A little bit more attack power. It's not found. Yeah, sure, I'll give that to Xanafiedlion just for the reforge. Yeah, let's put it in a pet inventory here. Can't store it in a summoned creature's inventory. Can it be banked then? See if it can be banked in like another character's. Yeah, good. All of Xanafiedlion, take that just for the reforge. Okay, let's grab this. Oh wait, what kind of upgrades does it even have? So I think the bear gathers firewood, right? Gonna summon him then. Okay, let's go to the logging camp. And we'll get the firewood here. Okay, only normal firewood counts. This is gonna take a while. Okay, let's try and level up that carpentry skill, so we have to make some fine firewood. Let's go ahead and use a woodworking flame for a second. Here it is. Oops. Come on. Let's make some average firewood too. It's important to take up this skill. Okay, back to wood gathering. The Hellgate event. Yeah, that does need to be done in a group. Yeah, I could probably help out with that. I wonder... I could ask Rudalis too if he could help out with that, because I know he wants to do that as well. Full group, yeah, you probably gonna need a full group for that. How many other players do you have so far? I need 6 more firewood. We're almost done with this. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'll see what Rudalis plans on doing for the event. Maybe we could get him to join us in the party. Because I know he wants to do the event. Okay, I'll finish up this firewood thing and then see if I get a response. But yeah, if you need an extra player for a full party, I'll do my best to help out. There we go, we got the 100 pieces of wood. So I just need to turn this in and then we get that cool helmet. Won't really be Xanafiedlion style, so I doubt he'll hold on to it, but we'll try it on at least. So let's get back to Tur. Most of the time I'm on channel 4. That's sort of my home channel. I rarely leave it. Let's take a look at what we have here. This is a weird helmet. What if I emote? Can I like change the expressions when I emote? Not that way, what about... Okay. And looks like I'm getting a reply, so I'm gonna check on that. Re-equip my ears first. Alright, well, good news is Rudalis can help out too. He's going to be in about 5 minutes. So, you have 2 players right there. I better switch to Dark Diviner, actually, because I think I have Vanguard active. We'll need to find some other teammates, though, because 3 of us won't be enough. How many can go in there? 8 or something? Okay, so Dark Diviner. And I'm gonna equip my other armor, my good armor. Use my scythe too. How much does that thing have? Yeah, that was enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd have to check the event information again. I don't really remember. If you can only go in with a team of 4, then that just means we have to find like one other person. I think we talked to this guy over here for the event stuff. Or wait, was it someone else? Yeah, maybe this is the wrong guy. Oh, here we go. Guy is right here. Gotta register. Yeah, there's a lot of players here. Hard to see a thing. So how does the shop work? Okay, these are just stones for like the levels. Yeah, always a good idea to grab a snack before doing something like this. And we're still waiting on Rudalis. So I wonder if I try like commencing the mission, will it tell me how many we can go in with? We'll just wait on that. I think the helmet's okay. Like it's different. And it's like cat themed, so I like anything that's cat themed. Looks like you can dye a lot of parts of it too, which is kinda cool. Oh, yeah, that might look bad with long hair. Yeah, I can see that. I want to check out like the information about that thing again. Here we go. Okay, yeah, so it requires a party of 4. The created party cannot be a squad, concert, or minigame party. All members need to be registered for the event. Okay. Yeah, I'm on channel 4. And yeah, it looks like we can go with 4 people. Hop back in. I wonder how many guild members are on. A few guild members. Might be able to find an extra member that way. Oh yeah, you do have the helmet on. Yeah, the long hair is sticking through there. Doesn't look too bad, but it would look better with like short hair. Or if it just like made long hair like go in the helmet, so it doesn't... Because it kind of clips through the back of the helmet, it looks like. Still not too bad when you're like zoomed out though. Oh wow, we have like 16 channels now. Jeez. They added more. crazy in the good way, like it's good for the population. Gonna have to add 100 channels when we get to Unreal. Yeah, it's kind of cool seeing like some other Mabby players that are just working up to the event. Yeah, this event will be interesting. I wonder if it's really like as hard as everyone thinks it's going to be, or if it's going to be like slightly easier or really insane difficulty. Don't know what to expect. Actually, as a giant, since I'm kind of slow, I think I'll use this and get speed potions. That way when I'm in the mission I can actually move around quickly, so I don't get killed. Go ahead and put that there. Oh right, I'm in a building, I can't transform in here. Oh good, we did get 4 people. Nice. Okay, his stuff alright, but not impossible. We actually got him. Oh yeah, there's a little box here. In there. Immediate Ergon lock thing. Oh, so there are like 25 levels in total? What level are we at? Like level 1? Well, if this was the easiest level, then sure it's gonna be a challenge to get through any of the other ones. I think this is more of like an endgame player like event. Pretty advanced for casuals. Yeah, so the event looks pretty hardcore, so I'm not sure how far Xanafiedlion's gonna get in it. If that was level 1, then like Xanafiedlion clearly isn't super ready to take on the deeper levels of that event. So for event stuff, for the Hellgate stuff, clear level 20 or higher. Okay, so we did like Revived Illusion then. Took that guy down. And that was on basic, I think. Yeah. So that was the easiest difficulty. Oh right, and I need to rest at a campfire, so I guess we'll do that. I wonder if I can just find some like campfires of like other players like around Dumbarton or something. We'll check like Dumbarton and Tur. I'm sure there are other people finding like campfires to rest at. Freestyle jam going on here. The giant campfire at the event location? Okay. Can we do that anytime, or is that just like a certain time of day? Like, I think it wasn't lit during the daytime. I'll have to read up on that. Oh wait, now it's lit. Maybe I just wasn't close enough to it last time. Wait, I want to sit on this log. Oh, okay, I see how it works. So we just need to rest for 5 minutes total. That's good. I'm glad I don't have to do it like 5 separate times or anything like that. Yeah, it's working. 3 more to go. Okay, it looks like that event quest is done. And got that campfire thing done 1 out of 15 times. So this event is pretty easy then. There's just the weekly camping quests. It's the only difficult part. Oh, so next week's is... yeah, week 2 is starting on the 25th. Okay. And then the October 2nd, 9th, and 16th. Kind of stuff they have again. I'll have to look at what's in the outfit box again, because I might just go for a bunch of those. Like, I might get the Starcat Sidvissel just with for the skin, but I already have like 3 or 4 of those little guys. We got some pets. like 2 there, and then I have like a all-white one somewhere. Or that one. There's 3. Don't I have like one more? Okay, I guess I have 3 of them. Sniper War, and Provocation. Sniper War is not too bad. Yeah, we can use that Forgetful Potion later. Put this over here. Got 1 pass for Shadow Missions. the GMH or the other ones that are near him, like the developers. I think the developer, those ones are wearing like a spacesuit from an old event. I'm not sure what the developer's wearing. I mean the GM is wearing. Yeah, that sounds right. Space Cadet outfits. I'm not sure if you can get those from this event, but that does sound like the outfit that they were called. That was a cool event when that came around. Yeah, the Space Cadet outfits. What did the original Space Cadet helmet look like? Oh wait, that's Cat. Space Cadet helmet. That's what that one looked like. Did they have special? No, I think they didn't have special outfits for these. Were these before? Special ones? Maybe. Wow, Xanafiedlion looks better than I expected. From Egyptian to astronaut. I guess those are worth about 18 mil. Them being sold right now, though. Yeah, geez, how long ago was this event? Like, I did this event, with Xanafied Neko, I believe, like, probably like 2 years ago. I don't even remember what year it was. Or was that even before Neko's time? Jeez, I don't really remember. Because, like, my non-streaming character has a lot of the props. But pretty sure I sold that outfit. Like a long time ago. I'm surprised if I still had it buried somewhere. Oh, actually, I know. If I did save any of that stuff, which I doubt I did, it would probably be in the pet that came with that event. There's also the Flora Fairy from the space event too. Nah, she says homestead seeds though. It's a shame we can only get one kind of the Aaron space helmet. Because there's... Well, maybe we can get the other ones from the other weeks, I don't know, because, like, these different developers, they have different little expressions on their helmets. I know, I want to mess around with the, this isn't the main one I'd pick, but maybe I'll mess around with the dyes a little bit. Let's see what kind of... Ooh, here's like a blue or something, I can try playing with that. Yeah, I'd probably go with the one... If I was going to use one on Xanafiedlion, I might use the one that's playing the electric guitar. Developer B's space helmet. That one looks pretty cool. And I have an idea, like, what I could save the Developer C helmet for. Okay, so we can dye the helmet itself, the ears... the lights that line the ears, and the lights that make our expression on the helmet itself. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, and her F is like the little... pieces. Okay, I see. Huh, even my hair is actually sticking out of the helmet a little bit, now that I'm looking at it. So it's not just long hair, even short hair sticks out the back a little bit. Oh, a crash. That's funny, even my, Even my little beard there is sticking out of the front of the helmet on this character. That is interesting. Let's dye that part blue. Like that. And then maybe more of a yellowish gold for the actual helmet itself, so it matches the Egyptian uniform. Yeah, that's a little bit too... bright. Not quite the right color. Maybe I can use that on those little parts. Okay, let's try out this one next. That's a lot closer. To be completely honest, I don't think I'm gonna get like a perfect gold color for that. Let's go to channel 1. We're gonna do some shopping. I'm gonna do some dye work. Don't usually take too much time to enjoy just focusing on like fashion related things, but it's cat themed, so why not? Whoa. Let's use Control N here. Reduce some of that lag. And go to Dumbarton. Yeah, I have an idea for the cat helmet that has like the starry eyes. That could be used on my next character when Unreal comes out. Oh, that's more of a tail. Okay. Let's go into Town Square, see some more dye shops. Ooh, here we go. Here's some nice dyes. These are all the same, huh? 200k. No, I think I'll find some a little bit cheaper than that. A set of Altam dyes might work. Surely I can find a 50k dye shop somewhere. Or do those not exist anymore? I'll buy that one for 90k, we'll see. It's probably not what I'm looking for, but... Oh wow, someone's selling the ancient Desert Warrior outfit. That gives the cat transformation, which is awesome. Flashy dyes. No thank you, I don't need a seizure. There was like a time when flashy dyes were like the best thing ever. Like they had their moment of popularity like over a decade ago. See if that one works out. No, that's not really the right color. Actually, that's pretty close. About as close as it'll get. So what dye are you? 194, 127, 34? Okay, I gotta find a dye a little bit like that. $163.98.15. That's not quite I'm looking for, but it's close. Two oh nine, 130, and 35. That's actually really, really close to what I need. That's like the closest one. I'll take it. One 74, 119. Now those two dies are close. Let's see what we can do with them. Yeah, that's near perfect. Okay, we'll use that. And what about the lights? I'm thinking I want to use a blue dye, but like a darker blue. These the same thing? No, not quite. $105, $131. Huh. What about these two? No, these are all kind of different. No, those ones are a little light though. Let's find another dye shop. Find something that'll work. Those two are pretty close. Okay, let's buy those. How would it look with the lighter blues? That's a little bit of a better fit. Yeah, let's go with that. How's that lighter blue dye look at that? Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, I think that's good. Now it sort of matches his Egyptian attire. Well, at least in colors. Colors match. Go back to channel 4. And we're gonna do Sniper War, so that's gonna be a thing. Might as well do that at least. So let's head over to Tara. Run it on Elite. Have a pass there. And let's use... I'll use that when I get back. Really quick, I'll be right back and then we'll run this. Okay, let's run this. Yeah, actually, I'll probably save that. Where's that shadow crystal? I didn't use it already. There it is. Oh, we're still in Dark Diviner, but that's okay. Not getting that many stats from, I'm not getting very many stats from, Blast Lancer anyway. Like a few strength stats, but... nothing major. Hey, we have a leprechaun. Don't think he dropped anything good. Nah, all crap. Not that I've really been trying at that event. Like, I've said before that I think that event is a scam, the whole derobe thing from it. So far, I haven't really heard of anyone getting one yet. I'm sure there's maybe 1 or 2 players out of like everyone that's maybe gotten one, but overall it's kind of a waste of time. Okay, let's go ahead and do Dan tests. So I believe I'm working on Firebolt, so we're gonna take that up. Oh, actually, do I need to get 100 XP with that? I probably do. I'll bet I do. I usually forget to check that. Oh wait, no, I did get 100 XP with it. Very nice. So we'll need to pass the SS. We'll need to pass the S test twice, and then the SS test after that. Oh! I actually did that yesterday, I just didn't participate in the ceremony. Okay, so maybe I do still need to train it up, and maybe I need to go there and advance it, and then get 100 XP with it, and then take the SS test today. Dan 3 Firebolt today, huh? Maybe we could try that. Gonna be the last thing we do today. Very casual Mabby day. I'll do more tomorrow. Like, whatever, doesn't matter. But getting things Dan ranked is important. Can't believe I forgot to participate in the ceremony yesterday. It's unlike me. Okay, Dan 2. Let's train with the outside Philia, because those foxes are almost never taken. Should make a good training spot. Okay, fully trained. Take this off. And we're gonna try and get that to Dan 3 today. Let's hop over to E-main again. Gotta wait for the game to notice that I'm out of combat first, though. There we go. I think we can even wear this helmet during the Dan tests because, like, headgear stays on. Okay, magic, firebolt, Dan 3. Which gold do I have? Full overmill? That's great. Okay, let's go. Alright, so it was easier to keep the golem back than I thought. Either that or we just have really good luck with it. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, one more time. Easy. Okay, let's go and graduate. And Dan 3 Firebolt. So right now it does 20.2% to 29.1% damage. And that's going to go up to 21 to 30% damage. Not much of an increase, but I guess it's something. Now we finally have all the Spolt magic at Dan 3. play Dan ranked, like Fireball or anything like that? No, okay. So I should maybe work on Dan ranking Fireball next in the future. Let's go back to the campfire thing. And I don't think I'm gonna do too much of the Hellgate event, like, if anyone needs an extra party member, like any of my friends or guild members, I'll probably tag along, but like, overall, I'm not really gonna be too focused on it, I don't think. So we'll wrap things up right around here, and then we'll do more Mabby stuff tomorrow.